Hi everybody and welcome to RebeccaKelsey.com. Today I'm going to be doing my New Year's resolution, well not my New Year's resolutions, but how I stay motivated towards my New Year's resolutions and how I stay happy. Now this is not a how to keep your goals kind of video, although I do have some tips on how to set more realistic goals on my blog called the SMART Goals System. It's perfect. I love the SMART Goal System and it's helped me through a lot of goals and a lot of New Year's resolutions because I set them every year. And although I don't follow through with all of my goals every single year, I always make progress in the direction that I want, which is why I always keep doing them. And one of my New Year's resolutions last year was to move out, and I did so last October. I'm so excited. So now I have this new place and happy environment to help keep me going on these goals. So I just love goals. And now I'm going to show you some ways that I've done over the years to help keep me motivated towards those goals, kind of like a New Year's essentials guide. So let's get started. The first and most important tip, in my opinion, is to keep your goals written down in either a planner or a journal, an agenda, school agenda, whatever it is you currently use. But you need to make sure that the place that you're keeping it written down is also motivating itself. The place that you put your goals needs to be motivating as well. So here, this is a normal notebook that I decided to make my agenda this year. Because I'm trying to save a little money and be a little more eco-friendly, I realized that I have way too many notebooks. So I decided to use a notebook as my agenda for this year instead of buying a new one. But in general, I would buy a notebook or an agenda that's very motivating, like it has the right kind of like artistic look to it. It's not just something that's plain, boring, and cheap. Though if you did buy something that was really cheap because of money reasons, decoupaging or making a collage on top of it like I did here is a good way to make it that motivating, exciting thing. Because I feel like the main way to keep your goals and keep motivated towards them is to write them down and to look at it constantly. Like I make yearly goals, and then I make goals for the month, and then I make occasionally, not always, but I used to always make goals for the week as well, and then I have to-do tasks for every day. So you can tell I love lists, and seeing those lists every single day helped me move towards the direction I wanted to go. So just make sure it's something that's motivating, using a collage. Just take old magazines or print some stuff out on the computer, and you can make something really cute like this, or at least I think it's really cute. Here I have nothing worth having is easy, be original, be original, be original, red just because I really want my red hair back, and other things like that. And then I just make a little calendar also out of things from magazines, and then I put on my goals for the month, and then I have here like daily goals. And whenever I finish my daily goals, I cross them out with a highlighter, so then I can see that I completed that task. But I can also see what that task was. So it's just more motivating to me. But you could also do check marks or just scratch it out generally. But that's a tip that my friend Marie gave me, that in her agendas she would always, when she finished something, she would highlight it. So I think that's been really helpful for me over the past few years. And I also typed out my New Year's resolutions and I put them on my mirror, but I put them on my mirror so that while I'm getting ready every morning, I can see it there. So writing it down and then seeing it constantly is really helpful. If you only have a few resolutions, I tend to be a little goal crazy, so I have several. But if you only have like less than 5 resolutions, or maybe just one overlying big one, I would write it on pretty decorative paper or on top of a magazine page, or maybe even print out a photo and then write it in permanent marker on top of the photo. That could look really pretty. And then frame it and put it near your desk. And make sure it's a very pretty frame, or you can get like a frame at the dollar store and spray paint it or color on it. I love doing things like that. And I think that it makes things really fun, and if you're constantly reminded of your goals, which is the overlying theme of this video, then it just makes me feel good, and when I see it every day, I'm more likely to work towards it. I also have a second agenda, because this one is mostly for my blog and things that I have to do. And then in this agenda, it's just a normal monthly view. I write down any appointments I have or places I need to be in the times, so I keep that separate from this, because this tends to get cluttered with a lot of lists. And then here I can just see, okay, today I have to be there at this time. So I have 2 agendas. I actually need to make a third one because I have an agenda that I use just for work at Girl Karma, writing down the different things I need to do. So I need to get another notebook and make another collage. Another way that I like to keep motivated towards my goals, but also just to be motivated towards the new year, is to start it on a positive note by either doing something for charity or something like donating blood or donate, because every Christmas I usually donate to the Alzheimer's Association, which I actually forgot to do it this year, so I need to do it today. But every year I donate to the Alzheimer's Association because it makes me feel good about myself, and it also helps me feel like I'm honoring my grandparents that can't be with me anymore. Also, sending thank you cards. They gave us Christmas gifts and just people that have been nice to us so we can send them out. And then I feel like it's just starting the new year on a positive note makes me feel very hopeful and more motivated to get things done. I don't know if that's just me, but I think it's very helpful. Also, starting the new year to keep you all positive and happy throughout the year. This is just a general tip, not necessarily towards your goals, but I think that it works kind of both ways, is to create a happy jar. A happy jar for 2013. I actually have a few more things that I need to put in here because I forgot to write down when I got my puppy, which is so bad of me. But I have in here a lot of little notes and different things, like this is my racing thing from my turkey trot that I did on Thanksgiving. I love doing that every year. I go to a turkey trot on Thanksgiving. Whenever something really happy happens or a goal that I was looking forward to happens, I put a note inside this jar. New Year's Eve, I'm going to take everything out and read each note one by one, so then even if sometimes there was hard times during the year, I like getting a big burst looking at all these happy things that happened to me this year is just makes me really excited for the next coming year, because I'm like, man, that year was good and the next year is going to be even better, so I'm going to fill my happy jar again. So I think that that's something that's really great. And also, if your motivation is weight loss for the next coming year, having a jar, like having two jars, one that says pounds to lose and the other one that says pounds lost, and filling them with like marbles or beads or something really pretty like that. You take out the bead from pounds to lose and then you put it in pounds lost, and then as the year goes by you see it get bigger and bigger, and I think that's incredibly motivating. If your motivation for this year is weight loss, another thing that I think is motivating is having a planner just for your weight loss. ShopBlogalates.com has a planner that's based on making your fit goals come to life, and also it's very colorful and festive, and I think that's very motivating. So I'll definitely link that below, because Shop Blogalates has a lot of great things in their store, a lot of great workout gear that I hope to get sometime soon, but I'm on a tight budget. But I think that their planner is really gorgeous. If fitness is your #1 priority for next year, I would definitely consider getting that agenda because it is wonderful. The next thing that I do to also help me keep me motivated towards my goals is to have a material object that in my mind I tell myself is associated with that goal. Kind of like when you tying a bow around your finger or a string around your finger to help you remember something. I tell myself that for an object. Like this necklace that I got from Dog Eared a little while ago. I believe I got it on my birthday. Ah, it's tangled. But anyway, it's a wishbone. I got it on my birthday, and I told myself this wishbone is going to symbolize that dreams don't work unless you do. Kind of like that quote, dreams without a plan is just a wish. So every time I look at this, I say that quote in my head, and that's just something that helps remind me to keep motivated towards my goals, and I especially feel it when I wear this necklace. So this year, one of my goals is to be more eco-friendly and to buy used whenever possible. So I really wanted to get a new purse. For a while now, I said it in my Learn to Live Mentally update, so I donated a few of my purses because I know that I have too many, and some of them I wasn't using very often, so I donated them so they would be going to a good cause. And I picked up a purse for myself. I'm so excited about it. This beautiful purse. I'm not sure what brand it's from, but isn't it just spectacular? And then at the bottom it has these gold studs, and it's everything that I wanted in a purse, and I got it used for $14 at Plato's Closet. So this was $14 at Plato's Closet, and it's amazing. It's in great condition. So like this necklace that reminds me to make plans for my dreams, and that purse that reminds me to buy used, having something like that that you look at it and you tell yourself, this is going to remind me of this, and every time you see it for a few weeks you tell yourself, this reminds me of this. Eventually it'll be ingrained in your brain, and whenever you look at it you're going to be reminded of that goal. So get something that you're going to be using very often or seeing very often and associate it with a goal, and it'll remind you for as long as you use that object. So thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that this inspired you to kind of find things around you that will remind you of your goals constantly so you can keep working towards them every year. Don't get discouraged if you're not the kind of person that usually follows through with resolutions. There's a lot of different alternatives to resolutions. There's a video that I'm going to link below that has to do with making a New Year's promise instead of a New Year's resolution, and I think it's really beautiful. It's about having a goal for each week instead of overlying goals for the year. It's really great. So there's a lot of different alternatives out there if you don't want to do an overlying goal for the year, and you can also do things like have a word that defines each month. I think that's really beautiful, and I know a lot of bloggers that do that. Like they'll be like, January, my month to be brave. February, my month for romance. You know, just all kinds of things like that, or for clarity, safety, commitment. You can have a word that defines your entire year, or a word that defines each month. I think those are great ideas, just to have an overlying theme for the year instead of a goal. So there's a lot of different things out there that you can do, and remember that just if you made progress from last year to this year, if 2013 was better than 2012, just when you think about the little moments and the things you accomplished, then you had a New Year's resolution and you got it. So that's just my little tips. Just try to make each year even better than the last, and that's what I definitely intend on doing in 2014. I'll also be getting married in 2014. Fingers crossed. I'll be starting the planning really intently in January. So that's one of my goals. If you watched all the way through to this video, make sure to leave in the comments below one of your resolutions, or one thing that you're looking forward to in 2014, or just a goal, or what your theme is for the year. And I would love to talk back and forth with you about it. If you need any help with motivation, let me know also, and we can hold yourself accountable and talk to each other on Twitter, all that kind of stuff. So I'll see you very soon. Bye.